Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Ani Sinkagrani, and I'm coming to you from California. I'm excited to be here to start our wellness class, our wellness workshop. So I have been using the oils for the past 8 years, and I'm loving it. My first oil that I fell in love with was Serenity, and I loved all the therapeutic, calming, relaxing benefits. And since that time, I've just become a product of the product, and I love everything about our oils and the lifestyle that it's changed my lifestyle. So I want to let's see, a few things about this workshop today. It would be very helpful if you have a pen and paper ready to take notes and write down questions that you may have. We love to honor your time. So this workshop is going to be about an hour long. You'll want to stay on until the end because we will have a great giveaway. We'll be using the chat feature throughout this workshop. So let's warm up by clicking on the chat feature and telling us where you are coming from. Okay. We've got Sarah from Casper. How's the weather there? Good. All right. Okay. So we've got Wyoming. Okay. What would you like to address for your health? We always want our workshops to be personal and helpful for you. So let's start with an assessment for you and your family. What areas of your health would you like help with? Comment in the chat the numbers representing the areas you or someone in your household struggles with. 1, for digestive issues. 2, headache, pain, inflammation. 3, immunity issues. 4, stress and anxiety. 5, energy and stamina. 6, sleep issues. 7, blood sugar regulation. I think you'll be excited at the many options you have to take care of the root issues for your health. I know we've got pretty much all over the board, and at times I feel like I have all of them. Okay, so we're going to look at 2 different approaches today to our health as we begin this workshop. We're going to look at the modern approach versus the natural approach. Before we do, I want to share a few studies with you. The FDA estimates that 200,000 Americans are hospitalized every year because of overdoses and side effects of NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs such as Advil, ibuprofen, and aspirin. They're also the cause of thousands of deaths per year. Even Tylenol is known to cause liver damage if used to excess. If you'd like to supporting study, let your wellness advocate know. I share all this info because it reflects our modern approach to medicine. In the modern approach, we turn to pills and prescriptions as a primary solution to address physical problems and symptoms. These can have dangerous side effects and even risk of addiction. Because of this approach, often focuses on symptoms, root causes, can often get overlooked. In addition, we are looking at $6.5 trillion spent each year on global healthcare. Are we healthier? Let's take a check out the natural approach. In that approach, we focus on the root causes and use a plant-based approach because our body recognizes plant sources. What creates disease in the body? Let's shift gears and look at the disease. There's 3 main factors that cause disease in our body: nutrient deficiency, inflammation, and toxic overload. Nutrition is at the core of our immune function. When our nutrition buckets in our body are filled, we optimally function optimally with energy, clarity of thinking, good mood, great sleep, and little to no inflammation. According to the Environmental Working Group, look at the chart as the chart shows, 95% of US adults are deficient in vitamin D. 94% are deficient in vitamin E. 61% are deficient in magnesium. The nutrition buckets in our body are not full, which means most of us do not have a great baseline health. The results of nutrient deficient varies by body, but I'll list a few for you. Inflammation, headaches, lack of sleep, foggy thinking at times, lack of energy, and digestive issues. Poor nutrition is the #1 cause of poor health. What causes inflammation? The biggest contributors are sugar. It's nearly everything we consume now. Stress and lack of sleep, toxins in our environment, and bad oils such as vegetable canola oils. Chronic inflammation is linked to diseases like autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, cardiovascular diseases like high blood pressure and heart disease, gastrointestinal disorders like inflammatory bowel disease, headaches, metabolic disease like type 2 diabetes, lung disease like asthma, mental illnesses like depression, and joint pain. Let's take a look at toxic load to the body. Toxic load is the third area we are looking at as a source for disease and refers to the chemicals in our body that build up from our environment, processed foods, pesticide use, and personal care products. The Product Safety Commission tested and found 150 cleaning product chemicals that were linked to ADD, asthma, cancer, reproductive problems, respiratory problems, and more. We can't always control what we come into contact with outside of the home, but we can make smarter choices in our homes. So what do we do with all this? Next, I'm going to introduce my friend Tracy, and she'll go into further detail.
All right. Thanks, Ani.
Thank you.
I'm Tracy, and I'm in Northeast Nevada, where it's been cold all day. The wind is blowing, and I have to bring my flowers in, so yay. And I've been with doTERRA since about 2020, I guess, and love all my products, and probably there will never be a day that I go without them. So okay, we're just about ready to see our first health solution. However, before we do that, go to the chat feature. Who here uses a supplement like vitamin D, C, B, a multivitamin, omegas? If you take any kind of supplement, put it in the chat, please. So I'm seeing Lifelong Vitality, Bone Nutrient, LLV, yes, all of those. Okay, so now let's take a quick peek at the supplement industry. A study by the FDA from 2007 to 2016 detected contaminants in 776 dietary supplements produced by 146 companies. Another study of 3 leading memory supplements found that 2 of them didn't even contain the active ingredient listed on their label. The supplement industry is not heavily regulated, and products can contain lots of fillers and not much of the ingredients that are listed on the bottle. If you have some reservations or hesitation as to whether a product would work or not, this information supports your concerns. As I mentioned, the supplement industry is not heavily regulated. Here's a story from a fellow wellness advocate whose son works in a health food store. He told his mother that when a supplement on the shelf is tested and found to be missing an active ingredient listed on the label, The store has up to 9 months to remove that product from the shelves. That's concerning. Because our standard American diet is deficient in most vitamins and nutrients, it is necessary to supplement to get our body what it needs to function properly at a baseline level. So let's make sure we are using safe and effective supplements. Ready to learn about that first health solution? Yep, Lifelong Vitality, one of my favorites. doTERRA is known for its safe and effective oils, but did you know that Lifelong Vitality supplements are the best-selling product because they effectively address all 3 disease areas we just mentioned: nutrient deficiency, inflammation, and toxic overload. Think of this line as the necessary foundation of your health house. In addition, this line helps support the cleansing and filtering out of toxins. There are 3 supplements in this line: a food nutrient, cellular repair, and your omegas. This line is your micronutrients. Lifelong Vitality fills the nutrient buckets in your body. It contains powerful antioxidants to help protect our DNA. It's made with whole food ingredients. It's 95% bioavailable for your body. The average supplement is 20 to 30% bioavailable. This product has gotten more people off of their over-the-counter and prescription drugs more than any other product doTERRA sells. And I'm going to have my friend Candace share a little testimonial about Lifelong Vitality.
Hey everybody, my name is Candace and I am a scientist turned rancher. That's probably not something you're familiar with. It's a little odd, but fate takes us places. And I have been using doTERRA products since 2015. Now, I started my journey because I used to have these just debilitating head tension to the point where I was just curled up on the couch or in my bed and I just couldn't function at all. And I had been using doTERRA essential oils for about 5 years when a friend of mine told me that they actually had supplements. And I said, really? I didn't even know that. And so I said, well, I'd like to try those. So I started taking Lifelong Vitality. And I, in the meantime, had finally gotten a doctor that gave me a prescription for this head tension so I could at least function. But it came with a ton of side effects. Things like, I just called it my zombie medication because I just felt like I was a zombie. I could get things done, but I was in like some other world somewhere, right? And it was just, I really hated the side effects. I was drowsy, not supposed to drive, things like that. So I started using Lifelong Vitality, and it took quite a while for me to even realize, but so it was several months into it that I started to realize I was having less of these really horrible episodes a month, because I used to have like 6 to 9 of these a month. It was just very, very hard, especially with my lifestyle. And as the time went on, I had less and less of them. And by the time I went in for my annual checkup after a year, I was actually able to tell my doctor I no longer need that prescription because I was no longer having that issue. So I attribute it to Lifelong Vitality because that's the only thing I changed, really, in my life. I, had the same diet, same exercise, all that. So that's my story. It's why I absolutely love Lifelong Vitality, because it gave me my life back. And I will never not use Lifelong Vitality. Back to you.
Thank you. Okay, next we're going to talk about the clinical trial results that are based on blood work taken before and after subjects took doTERRA's Lifelong Vitality supplements for 2 months while continuing their normal diet and exercise habits. The first one, statistically significant improvement with blood lipids, fasting insulin, cardiovascular biomarkers like CBC, blood lipids, blood sugar, and the ECG. It reduced triglycerides in the blood and cellular inflammation. The positive effects on biochemical indicators of cardiovascular health, antioxidants, inflammation, and blood glucose regulation, and the overall improvement with your mental clarity, energy, motivation, self-control, balance, and happiness. I consider LLV as part of my food budget. It's less than a cup of coffee at your favorite coffee place. If you purchase it through our customer rewards program, you also get points to get your other products for free. Now we're going to focus on our gut health, and Lifelong Vitality paired with PB Restore and TerraZyme is our highest recommendation. The gut plays a vital role in our overall health and well-being, often called our second brain, and the gut is vital in everything from our weight to our immune function to our mental wellness. doTERRA's PB Restore Probiome Complex is our patented dual capsule delivery system. It is a unique formulation of 30 pre, pro, and postbiotic that help restore microbial diversity and balance for optimal microbiome health. That's a mouthful. With this unique dual encapsulation delivery system, it protects the sensitive probiotic cultures from stomach acid, delivering it safely and effectively to your gut. The 18 billion colony forming units, or CFUs, of probiotics, or good bacteria, consist of 24 active cultures, an unparalleled variety of carefully selected strains from 22 different species for exceptional microbial diversity. It maintains healthy intestinal microflora balance. It supports healthy digestive and immune system function, as well as the GI tract health, especially your intestines and colon. It supports optimal metabolism and food absorption. In simple terms, when you have a healthy microbiome with good bacteria, bad bacteria has a harder time doing its dirty work. TerraZyme is doTERRA's digestive enzyme. It includes a variety of whole food enzymes that help with digestion, can be taken with every meal. It supports healthy digestion and metabolism and the conversion of food nutrients to cellular energy. It promotes gastrointestinal comfort and food tolerance, and it has 10 active whole food enzymes. And now my friend Sarah is going to take it over and talk to you about diabetes and sugar.
Hey, thanks, Tracy. I think Julie's going to give me like a smoke signal if I start to break up. So hopefully you guys, I don't freeze. My name is Sarah Collins. I'm in Casper, Wyoming. I'm actually between Casper and Glen Rock, so if you guys know either of those, they're small towns. I have 2 little boys. We have lots of livestock, love my life. I started with doTERRA when I had a life-threatening disease, and I'm here today. We call myself gutless. I have 10 organs removed, so whoop, whoop. All right, guys, we are going to dive into the next section. So I like to make sure there's some interaction because that's the type of person I am. So we're heading into that second section of our workshop, and I want to make sure you're all with me because this is where we kind of give you some science stuff. So let's give you some fun. So I want you to find that chat feature. So what percentage, these are all guesses, has diabetes increased since the 1960s? Give me all your guesses. 200, Candace says, 60, 100. 500. Nice job, guys. Ani, 50. Guys, it's almost 700%. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, we're going to keep going. So how long does it take the average American to consume the same amount of sugar that our ancestors from 200 years ago would consume in a year. I'm going to give you a little baby hint. Okay, nice. Great. Come on. Sorry, my chat like froze. So what is your guys's 57 days? Okay, we're going to go lower week, 25 days, closer. All right, 2 weeks is the answer. You guys, that is absolutely insane. So super sad. So that's how long it takes us for an average American to consume the same amount of sugar that our ancestors from 200 years ago would consume in a year, 1 year. All right, let's keep trucking. So only 6.8% of the population has optimal cardiometabolic health. That means that 93% of Americans do not have optimal cardiometabolic health. So the MetaPWR system was specifically designed to tackle poor cardiometabolic health. Sorry, it's kind of a tongue twister. This is your macronutrient line. It pairs beautifully with Lifelong Vitality, our micronutrient line. I absolutely love this, you guys. The MetaPWR line does 3 things. It addresses cellular repair that leads to aging, addresses blood sugar regulation, and supports inhibiting of fat absorption into cells. If anybody has cellulite, that's what we're talking about. So let's talk about lifespan and health span. While we can't do anything about our chronological age, this is where it gets super fun for me, we can do something about our metabolic age. The average American spends the last 14 years of their lives in a state of declining health and difficulty, completing everyday tasks. So what if we could empower or change that? So the MetaPWR system is the first and only system that synergistically supports a healthy metabolism, curbs cravings, sustains normal range glycemic and insulin response evenly throughout the day, and naturally promotes cellular energy, naturally. So those using this line have reported improvements in eyesight and energy, that's me, pain, neuropathy, also me. Maybe I should have everybody raise their hands and show on their camera. Sleep, skin and hair growth, mood, and mobility and strength, which causes the body to build muscle. This is one of my favorites. Before we get into too many details of MetaPWR, let's look at a few of the benefits in these before and afters. This is super fun, and I got to meet this gal. The young lady on the top has been using the MetaPWR for 4 months. She had amazing results, specifically with improvements on her face, eyes, and hair, as you guys can see the side by side. The gentleman on the bottom left experienced improved skin elasticity, darker hair growth. He got his blood work taken after 3 weeks on the MetaPWR, and this is what it showed. This is super neat. I didn't understand this until I had my own blood work and really dove in. 40-point decrease in cholesterol, 25-point decrease in LDL, and 57-point decrease in triglycerides. So on the right side, so we got some more positive stuff, you see a 58-year-old lady who had red spots on her arms. Super common, right? Anytime she bumped herself, they would appear, and doctors biopsied and said it happens when you get older. A lot of people I'm around hear that. After using MetaPWR for just 3 months, the spots are totally gone. She has seen other changes too, obviously. So weight loss, which is not what it's actually for, but it's wonderful side benefit. 60 pounds, thicker hair, nails growing, and it lowered her A1C. Yeah. All right, so I want to highlight one of my favorite MetaPWR products. Not even kidding. MetaPWR Advantage. This is doTERRA's collagen. Unlike any other on the market, this product, which includes 9 types of collagen, over 70% tripeptides, so your body absorbs it 12 times more than any other collagens. A peptide is simply a large protein chain, too large for your body to break down and use for its full benefit. When it's broken down into tripeptides, simply smaller protein chains, the body can absorb and utilize them in their entirety, so in their full. Advantage comes in small packets with freeze-dried collagen and other nutrients to mix with 4 to 6 ounces of cool or cold water because it's marine collagen. MetaPWR Advantage promotes healthy biological aging, so we were just talking about that, and improves health span by helping aging cells. Activates longevity genes, improves cognitive function, supports lean muscle and connective tissue, improves skin density, elasticity, and firmness. Who doesn't want firmer skin? If you love science and knowing how and why these products work, I want you to ask who invited you here, your wellness advocate, to ask them, sorry, so that we can get that sent to you and we can give you those deep dive recordings for Lifelong Vitality and MetaPWR. Okay, so we're changing direction now and we're heading down the road to oils. doTERRA is mostly known for their essential oils. So before we do that though, I want to share my husband's MetaPWR testimonial real fast. I usually will just call on someone, but this is a most recent one. So there was a different flavor. It was pomegranate cherry, and it's actually sold out. I'm so sad. So everybody type into doTERRA and tell him you want that back. But you guys, he fell in love. And so he was taking the original MetaPWR, which is, I believe, lemon lime, and he liked it, but he would miss every now and again. But he did not miss one time with pomegranate cherry. And he is known for just having dark circles under his eyes since I met him. He was 20 and really big puffiness. And we have it before, and he's been on it, I think, straight. So for 60 something days, we just looked, and the absolute amazing results. We're talking about a male here. So we're not just talking about a female. He doesn't really care. And he said that I don't care about my skin. I don't care about the bags under my eyes. I'm a man. That's what he likes to say. But you guys, it is absolutely insane. And his focus is super, super amazing. So we have a real Studley, Wyoming guy who's getting these amazing results from the MetaPWR Advantage as well. So it's not just for females. I wanted to share that. All right, guys, so I want to go ahead and introduce my good buddy, Michael. We call him Mike Heal because he is a natural healer, and I'm super excited for him to take over.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael. I've been with doTERRA for about almost 3 years now, but I've actually been an essential oil user even longer than that. I don't know how many people here that on the team actually know that, and I just realized that as I'm getting ready to teach this part of the lesson, I used another brand and I didn't understand quite the difference, but there is a difference. So I'm ready for the slide whenever you are ready, Julie. So here, we're gonna learn about the difference. So an independent study, doTERRA oils were found here at Roseman University, that they were therapeutically relevant in cell growth and rejuvenation, and metabolic health and healthy inflammatory responses. So essential oils from different competitors have minimal effects, and they conclude that the therapeutic potential of essential oils is highly dependent on the complete composition of the oil. Sourcing, processing, and characterization are critical. You'll find 2 articles here about Roseman University that they've done on essential oils in a resource file that your wellness advocate can share with you. Put a yes in the chat if you like that resource. So the doTERRA difference. When an oil is truly pure, they do not have any fillers. There's no synthetic ingredients and there's no dilution. Independent lab tests show that the majority of brands available to the consumer are not pure. I can post a link to the study at the end of the class if you like that. doTERRA sources their oils from plants grown in their ideal environments. This makes all the difference for chemical profile and the therapeutical effectiveness of the oil. Every batch of doTERRA oil is tested for their ideal chemistry and consistency so that our oils do what they're expected to do. I love that. Over 54 tests are done. Yes, 54 tests are done on every batch of doTERRA oils from the farmer to the consumer. Awesome. And our doTERRA oils can be used topically, aromatically, and generally internally. People turn to doTERRA because they want safe, affordable, and effective solutions for their family's health. So we're going to look at what that means here exactly. So safe, we're going to look at it. So many look for safe and effective solutions that do not have dangerous side effects or the risk of addiction. We just mentioned an independent lab test showed that 80 to 90% of oils on the market have contaminants and synthetic markers. We suggest never ingesting another brand. But doTERRA recognizes that the essential oil industry didn't have a standard or for purity, or to ensure the safety. So they created a new standard, CPTG, which means Certified Pure Tested Grade. To rise the bar throughout the essential oil industry, this standard is beyond organic and includes significant testing that is not cheap. doTERRA will invest to ensure you have the most effective and safest product because that is best for you. And many doTERRA oils are safe to ingest. If it can be ingested, it'll have a food grade label on the bottle. So the girls on the burn, we're gonna look at the slide there and kind of compare the two, but the two sisters here on the screen were spending the night with their grandma's house, and they were used to putting doTERRA lavender on their chest just before going to bed to help them relax and go to sleep. Grandma was out of her doTERRA lavender. She used a backup from another company in her cabinet that she bought at a health food store and figured it's just lavender. It should work. I told myself that before too, but here's the difference. The girls ended up with chemical burns with scars almost a year later. And I'm not saying that this will be your reaction to other essential oils. However, it is important that you understand the risk. doTERRA oils are safe to use at any age, from a newborn baby to great grandma. Brand matters for safety. Okay, so we're gonna look at affordability and effectiveness. So believe it or not, affordability is one reason why people turn to doTERRA. Oils are 50 to 70 times more potent than herbs. And this means a little goes a long way. And we're gonna illustrate this. So using the chat feature, I want you to take a guess. A recent test of Costco peppermint oil showed that it's not 100% peppermint. How much peppermint in that Costco peppermint bottle is actually peppermint? You want to take some guesses in the chat? Anybody? 80, 10%, 15, 50, 1 drop. I love that. Okay, so the answer is just 10%. Just 10% was oil. Who knows what the rest of that bottle was? When you use doTERRA CPTG oil, you get 100%, yes, 100% of the oil, making it much cheaper than any other option that may be diluted. Some facts about affordability is each 15 ml bottle, I have one right, actually I have a bottle of lavender in front of me. Each 15 ml bottle has 250 drops in this bottle. One dose is 1 to 2 drops, and on average, it's less than $1 or less for a treatment, as an example that's on the screen. Here's an essential oil tip. When you're treating any kind of infection, disease, or ailment, it's always better to use less oil more frequently throughout the day. Using 8 drops of an oil on a wound at one time will not make it more effective than using 1 drop of oil on a wound every 2 to 3 hours throughout the day. Use less more frequently. So effectiveness, this is one of my favorite microbiology lessons. And for our scientists like Candace that's with us today, we know this is a very simplified lesson. So here we go. Our body is made up of cells. Each cell is surrounded by an oily membrane intended to protect it. It keeps the good in and the bad out. When we have a bacterial infection, you'll see the green blob on the you'll get an antibiotic to help you treat that because bacteria grows outside the cell. Viruses are different, and they perforate into the inside of the cell. And essential oils, unlike most modern medicine, can penetrate the cell membrane and help stop the duplication of viruses and support your immune system. So yeah, making you help heal faster. When you have an essential oil on hand, you can begin to support the body immediately instead of paying a copay and waiting to go see a doctor. So now we're going to look at some essential oils. So there's many oils that support our immune system. But here are just a few, and I have them in a handy dandy keychain. I carry it with me. It's in my purse. I actually have them throughout all over my place. That's the nice thing about a essential oil user. You just get you get one, you get them all. So, but there's just a few. So one I'm gonna pick today is On Guard. On Guard is one of my favorites for many reasons, but On Guard, it's the protector. It's natural immune defense, and everyone should have On Guard. It stops the growth of viruses and bacteria. You can diffuse it, cleans the air of airborne pathogens, soothes sore throats, and helps knock it out. And the key is to use it frequently right away. So worth it to avoid getting sick for a week. And honestly, one of the reasons why I really love On Guard is because it comes in so many forms than just the essential oil in a bottle. You can clean with it, an essential oil concentrate. There's toothpaste, mouthwash, On Guard throat lozenges. There's so many different products that has On Guard in it that can help support you in just many different areas. And one example is I've had a sore throat before, and I knew something was coming, more than like just a sore throat. So I grabbed my On Guard, gargled with it, used my toothpaste, brushed my teeth with it, also gargled with the mouthwash, and it helped support my throat to where I didn't actually end up having to go to the doctor. So it's one reason why I love my On Guard. Okay, so we're gonna go to medicine cabinet basics. Imagine a medicine cabinet full of essential oils without addictive properties or side effects. That will have you ready at a moment's notice to address any emergency that you have. But here are just a few to have. And one of my favorites is Digestin. It's actually a recent one that I discovered more. I've used it before, but I discovered it even more. So you might not use this one every single day, but it's going to be one that you're glad you had on hand when you need it. We call this one the oil of repentance. It definitely is a purse oil, and you'll never want to be without it, even when you're traveling. So you can use it for acid reflux, bloating, gas, indigestion, diarrhea. It can be used for nausea, settle your stomach. It can be even used for food poisoning. And that's kind of along the lines where I've had help with it. I have switched my eating habits. When you switch your eating habits, it messes with your stomach. And I have been taking Digestin along with after my food, and I've noticed a huge difference in my bloating and my stomach, and also with my bathroom habits. So it helps. It helps. So pain and inflammation. We learned at the beginning of this workshop the impact of inflammation, and it is a cause of disease, and doTERRA is safe, effective, and non-addictive tools. The oils and products on the screen are some of my favorites to address pain and inflammation. So Deep Blue is a must-have for muscle and joint health. Not only does it relieve pain and tension, the amazing oils in it support muscle, joint, and bone healing. It alleviates back pain. When you have a nasty bruise forming, grab your Deep Blue to stop it in its tracks. The stick has copaiba in it, and it's easy to apply without getting it on your hands. Copaiba is another oil used for pain and inflammation. It's a super anti-inflammatory. You can layer it with another essential oil, and it increases the effectiveness of that oil. When you're ready, when you really need a boost of pain relief, this is one you're going to use with your Deep Blue. And then if you ever suffer from any emotional strain, such as anxiety, depression, this oil can help calm and soothe you. It supports all major body systems, the heart, nerves, respiratory, immune, and skin. And can be really helpful for ADD and ADHD, and it's also a CBD replacement. So it's a great oil to have. Mood and emotional support. Now, if you've been with me anytime, you've heard me say this. I have all three of these at my desk at home. So we're gonna we're going to wrap up this oil section with oils that support your mood and emotional support. For those of you who have indicated at the beginning that you or someone in your family deals with heightened emotions or low lows, these are great options for you. Honestly, all three are great, but only time for one. So balance is honestly one of my favorites. It smells like a forest. It's wonderful to diffuse. It's very grounding and emotional and helpful for grief and sadness, overwhelming heaviness, or just getting through the day of feeling more emotionally strong and grounded. And that's honestly what I use it for at work when I'm feeling stressed out or overwhelmed or anything like that, dealing with a hard customer or a difficult person. I will stop in the middle of a conversation, grab my oil, put it in my hands, smell it, take a few deep breaths, and then resume the conversation. And it just helps me get relaxed and calm down. And then I've always seen it transition into a better conversation, or also leads me into having a conversation with my customer. So we've learned some powerful things about pure essential oils just now. And this is truly the tip of the iceberg when it comes to support your physical and emotional health. And we're going to turn this back over to Ani, and she's going to take it from here.
Thank you so much, Michael. So as I shared back in 2015, about 8 years ago, when I wanted to do really nothing with the oils, but when I met with a friend and I purchased this family essentials kit, which was eventually became my cabinet makeover. I learned to use simply like headaches. I was always using Advil. For my backaches, I was using the Motrin. And so slowly I changed my lifestyle. And the Serenity, as I mentioned in the beginning, was just an amazing oil to scent. And I would wear it multiple times a day over my wrist. And I was a stay-home mom, school PTA, and I was just carrying it in my pocket. And people were just like, I was so excited. People were just like, oh my gosh, what are you wearing? So I started sharing the oils. I started hosting parties with no intention of doing the business. And, 8 years now later, I love sharing it. I love empowering other women to live a healthier lifestyle. And because it has supported mind, body, and mood. So it's exciting. And I never imagined, like I said, doing the business, but it made such an impact. It can make a difference, changing lives in a significant way, health, emotions, and financially. It was replacing some of my house makeover. So it bought me all the products. And the goal was to be able to travel and do some extra things with this income that I was having. Time flexibility. I got to work when it's convenient for me and my family, making new friends, all the friends that we've made through our Good Vibes tribe. And the personal development has been the most impactful on me, because especially being a stay-home mom, you kind of like just, you're in that circle, but it's opened doors for me with doing classes like this. People I would never have met, like my friends on this group. So if doTERRA as it's changed my life, if any of this sparks any interest in you, please talk to your wellness advocate. They will give you an invitation to our upcoming financial wellness class, which is, I believe, the third Monday of each month. And in the same Zoom room at the same time as tonight. The keychain that we see on, I don't have my keychain with me right now because it's in my purse. If you want to earn this keychain, you can also get one. You can host a workshop or a class online. We'd love to help you discover how powerful these natural products are. You can invite people if you invite, I believe, 5 people to this Zoom workshop, we can host every Monday at same time, same Zoom room. You can earn this through your wellness advocate. In either case, our Monday night workshops that you host in person or Zoom, you will receive it for free to have on the go. For individualized workshops, yes, first and third Monday is our wellness. Sarah, thank you. The ideal size can be about 5 people, which is very doable. And let's see, you can fill this keychain up and you can host classes. They'll fill this keychain up for you again. Let us know if you want one. And let's see. It is almost time for our giveaway, and we're going to wrap up tonight's workshop. We're so glad that you're here tonight. And in the chat, you'll find a link with a very quick survey. The link will be posted. Let's see. You can use the QR code on the screen. Your answers will help us, your wellness advocate, to serve you well, enabling them to target your health needs, offering solutions that can realistically help you reach your goals. Sorry, my phone keeps beeping. We'll give you a couple of minutes to fill that out, please. After you've completed the survey, just put done and in the chat. We don't want anyone to miss our giveaway. Thank you for helping your wellness advocates be able to do their job, for taking a step towards wellness. Let's see. I believe it's time for our giveaway. I'm not sure how many people we have on here, if you've had it. I'm going to invite, I believe, Candace to do the drawing for us. Spin the wheel, Candace.
Okay, are you ready? Here we need to get that drum roll thing, sound effect going. All right, I've got the names in. Oh, you guys can't see because I've got my, there we go. And it is, okay, I'm just going to read the letters because I'm not sure. It's DJMCGEE. I don't know, is that DJ McGee? I don't know for sure, but that's the winner. And so you need to get with whoever invited you here, and they will get you your prize drawing gift. And those gifts are actually two really amazing ebooks, one on Lifelong Vitality and one on the MetaPWR. So way to go. Congratulations. Oh, Dixie McGee. Okay.
Thank you, Candace, and congratulations, Dixie. Let's see. We've covered a lot of ground. Hopefully you've been encouraged to consider how doTERRA could be a powerful support for your health and wellness needs. Within the next 48 hours, your wellness advocate will reach out to you to continue. You can reach out to continue the conversation. Answer any questions that you may have come to mind, and help you find solutions that match the health needs you indicated on this survey. In case you missed that, we'll post the link again. As we said in the beginning of the class, our heart is to serve you well. And one last thing, you're not alone in this journey. You'll have support from your wellness advocate, invitation to our Facebook group, the Good Vibes Tribe. And everyone else is invited for tomorrow, Tuesday night class, continuing education. I believe tomorrow's topic is hormones. And you can use the QR code or same Zoom room on the screen to get you there tomorrow at 5:30 Pacific time. We look forward to cheering you on. Thank you so much for coming to our workshop. Okay.